And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time. Okay, it's been a minute or two, but pretty much where we left off last time. Just as asteroid reprocessing is finishing, we're picking back up. Where we can now have what we need to, in theory, make this run a little bit more efficiently. Whoops. I just realized I screwed the thing up. Screwed the thing up. I forgot to put the filters on the inserters before doing the thing. Those four inserters are the only inserters that need the filter. Right, so this one produces anything that is not an oxide, get handed over there or handed over there. This one produces anything that is not an oxide, you can hand it over there or hand it over there, and so on. So that should significantly increase the amount of oxides being caught to generate more calcite. It may still not be enough, because I think this is just enough to do like 1 calcite per second. But it's a start. And then if we go over to Gura, we're getting complaints about on Fogura. Apparently we got a problem with storage chests. We got a chest requesting them, and oh, that's a buffer chest. I got the wrong type of chest there. Should be a passive provider chest. There we go. More capacity, that might help fix that. We'll see. Yes, we see more and more and more calcite arriving. Should see more and more of our stuff over here spin up. So we can do more replacements of various components of the industry. Both to save space and to do a little bit better of a balancing job. Okay, let's go ahead and double this again in size. Oh, wait, that'll fit there. Okay, should in theory double capacity. Not that we necessarily need that capacity doubled in that situation, but better to do it sooner rather than later. Then we're going to do vaguely the same over here. I did not be in the way of the thing I'm trying to drop on the floor, yeah. Okay, and that'll be the other line coming off of that station. In fact, I think I might actually technically be pulling this faster than the belt supplies. Let me do the math there. So this is 50 divided by 32 times 4. So it's pulling 6.25 iron a second. We are running 4 off of them, so it's 25. So we actually want about a red belt actually beating each of these. Which is, in theory, actually doable off of this set. This one isn't upgraded. But I think this actually does feed a full red belt. You know, instead of just dragging like I am, I should make it use of the upgrade tool. Like, we have a specialized upgrade tool for this very exact purpose. Why am I doing it the hard way? Alright, we vaguely want to do the same over here. Because yeah, it worked out. Need more than one belt throughput. Anyway, 2 of it's accidentally getting upgraded. Yeah, undo those 2. Cool. Actually, we don't need that one. how we decided to redo the split. Okay. Now, in theory, we're actually making use of that train at full speed, if we're actually using these foundries at full speed, which we're not, because we're still waiting on seeing if the first platform can process stuff quickly enough. It's jammed. It's jammed? Jammed. Both things. Okay. We'll use that as a dejammer? Yeah, that dejammed it. Okay, let's see if it works a little bit better now it's dejammed. We are trying to get some more space so we can do more crushing and sorting and stuff. Any speed modules up here? No, we could probably get some up here pretty easily, though. I'm not sure if we got any speed 2s in the base. Probably be the best thing to bring up. That's running, that's running, that's good to see. Basically just waiting on calcite for everything to run, right? Yeah. That bit. Waiting for Bob Fizzle to rearm before we send it out again. Yeah, so we can definitely be in the pursuit of more processing. We got 17 solar panels up there, so let's slap down 17 solar panels in the less usable space. This may be usable space later, but it isn't quite right now. Okay, let's try what's basically a vague repeat of this one. Best to get some more throughput. Because yeah, we're constantly not having this getting enough product, right? This needs to run at speed. What actually is the production speed on this? I assumed it's 1. Yeah, it's about 1. We slowed it down to 80%. this point because the activity modules are shoved in it. So we're making about, if we fed it at speed, it would make 1 recipe per second. So it's technically making about 2 calcite a second. But that, of course, requires us to have 1 oxide asteroid check per chunk per second to feed it. And I don't think we're making that right now. Okay, now that one's running as well. So that should see much greater crush rate. I'm more thinking of ways I can try to make this denser. Yeah, there's definitely ways I can make it denser. Yeah. Okay, now we can go and assemble you. And then we can do cut and paste. I suppose we can just copy and paste that one as well, so that means this can now go. There we go. That made it a bunch denser. Didn't make it any faster, it made it denser. It means we can fit more into the same amount of platform. In theory. How's the iron stockpile? Okay, so we are at the point where I need to actually do more transitioning. Or can do more transitioning. I think working on these two lines is probably the way to go about doing it. See, that line's being pulled pretty heavily, so that's probably the one I want to upgrade first. So apparently I pulled that one pretty quickly too. Oh, the flow through is being pulled on those ones. Okay. How do I fix that? You know, we're gonna do this zooming around at the speed of the menu, or the speed of map view. They're trying to run around on our poor Factorio man's legs. Okay, so it's iron for various furnace stacks in various places. That apparently in some cases is not all that important because it was not actually necessarily running out because we've got the power off, the feed off. Well, he's not running out quickly. Back up this spaghetti of a monstrosity. Yeah, so I've been apparently destroying portions of the base, but recognizing that apparently those portions weren't running at full speed anyway. So it didn't really make much of a difference pulling it up. Well, it will eventually, it just isn't right now. The effective stockpile that was the belts was enough to keep those bits running for quite a while. At the current speeds. Anyway, so that's going to be one of the odd places where we're going to want... In this case, I'm just sort of temporarily the requester chest. We're going to want ore, specifically iron ore, in the chest. which is weird. Yeah, otherwise not really a problem. That line's empty, but that's fine. Honestly, a lot of the steel stuff's solved partially because we've already got a steel one running. There's just a secondary steel one. Oops, we disconnected you from power. It's easy enough to fix. It's just tell bots to please hook it back to power. As long as one in the middle of the hole and not creating a giant disconnected portion of the factory, it'll be easy to fix. Why aren't you... Okay, copper's connected. Is the copper out? Did I accidentally break something with the copper? Broke something with the copper. Yep, there's the missing bit. Your bots go drop off the bits to fix it, and it'll be functioning again. That might help with some load on the base, honestly. What do we want to do science-wise? Honestly, probably it's just more productivity. Oh, I think I do have the stuff for electromagnetic science. I want quality module 3s right now. No, let's say no. Yeah, we'll do a steel plate productivity afterwards. Yeah, waiting for 2 bots to drop that off. Shouldn't be too hard for the bots to find a couple of underground pipe. There comes the builders doing exactly that. Plop, plop. And it runs. You know what? Realize I screwed something up in the belt there, which is easy to fix. I just tell the bots to come upgrade it all to red. That is placing load, which means we can go ahead and just yoink the whole side of you. Actually, undo that. Yoink. Oh, but the belt portion of the side, because we're going to want to save the belt. Well, some of the belt. let's not take that that power pole, just in case it's important. Because we did just unpower a portion of the base temporarily by taking an important one. It's always annoying when you do that. Oops. We got an important power pole. Well, I say important. Functional power pole. Actually doing something. Clean up and redesign crew. Yeah, and apparently showing off how little iron we actually use in the old base, apparently, when it's not running full tilt. Oh, we have a green science issue. What's the problem with the green science? There isn't one? Or at least isn't one anymore. Well, the problem apparently was the green circuits, which fixed itself. Okay. Yes, the problem was the green circuits, which has fixed itself since. Which I suppose swapping those over has significantly reduced the iron consumption. Basically, because this is providing the same amount of product as the old one, but this is using 50% less iron. No, actually, because it's double 50% productivity, right? So this is using 175, 1.175. So almost half the iron. And this one's literally almost certainly using half the iron, because this is a 50% productivity, this is 50% productivity, the foundry melting it to feed it into here is 50% productivity, so it's 3 loaders of 50% productivity. So yeah, iron demand is down. It's not zero, but it's down. And it's going to get better. Yeah, I'm actually surprised how little the base is using, as far as stuff goes. Alright, waiting for this to back up, but it was already backed up so much with iron plate, it's just full of iron plate. Oh, we disconnected that one. Let's fix that power for the moment. So it's iron plate backed up to feed into the steel. This is actual iron plate, iron plate. You're backed up, you're backed up. So I could do stuff over here. Free up that one. Um, yeah, let's do that. We'll stop the stuff required for irons, or for red science over here for the moment. The bots come pick up those two belts and let them drain out. They're still pretty backed up, so they're going to take a while. Oh, and calcite's backing up because we're just not consuming stuff fast enough. Well, that's good to see. Humidity is being damaged down here. That's kind of expected. Yeah, I need to figure out how to get the base to actually consume resources so it drains the resources so we can fill the resources back up with better sources. So we want like a half a belt of copper there, which we worked out is like 2 furnaces of copper. And then we need like half a belt of gears, which we worked out is like two gear foundries. Yeah, 2 gear foundries. 1 wouldn't be enough. 2's overkill, but that's probably where we wanted to be. So I suppose based on that, we can actually run over and just drop the foundries. Just not run them yet to let things drain out. Right, because we want 2 foundries for you. And then, what was it, 2 foundries for you? So it's making 2, we can quickly double check the math, so we want 7.5, right? So 7.5 divided by the 1.5 from the productivity, so that's 5, divided by 2, because I think it makes 2 per recipe, divided by a production speed of 4, times by the 3 point. I just screwed up the typing there. 7.5 divided by 1.5 divided by 4 divided by 2 times 3.2, 2. Yes, exactly 2. Okay, that's the iron. Nice and quick. And then we can run the copper down, like so. We ran the copper mine. 2 in the way. Yeah, so once all that's plumbed up, we can run... Just basically need to throw in the inserters and this will run. We've unplugged it and we've already set it up to run off the other one. Be a quick swap over when we've drained enough of the resources out that we can swap over. Alright, so you're iron. And we worked out we basically just need one of you in size. You in size. Main difference being make iron. Okay. So that'll give us more iron. Pipeline is overextended. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I assume we have some pumps in the network. offshore one. That's what we want. Oh, I need to drop some in the network if I want the bots to do the assembly for me. Yeah, I need to drop a few in the network if I want the bots to do the assembly for me. Or I'm gonna run down and do it myself. Let's just run down and do it myself. Oops. There we go. And it's running. Cranking out. Plenty of iron. Oh wait, this is another steelworks. Yoink up the middle bit for it. Then we should just be able to go ahead and do basically a copy and paste of this one. I can fix a couple of broken bits. Okay, it's installed. Got that one probably has to run out down there first. It's also, I suppose technically it's the backup to these two. So let's tell the system to prioritize running you out when the time comes. Which surprisingly is now. We're waiting for it to run out, and it's so backed up that it hasn't run out. Yeah. Okay. Oh, looks like that one's finally run out. Should we stop fixing the system? Yeah, I think I'll just delete the whole thing pretty much. Oof, take it away. We have a little bit of bypass power, so it shouldn't be an issue. We'll run some duplicative lines just in case. Now goes the depletion up here. Almost. Almost. Okay, that side is... And yeah, as that runs out, we can then swap over onto the foundries, which will save a lot of time, a lot of space. Consumes 2.5 megawatts. It's consumed a lot more power. We may at some point have a power problem, but that will be a bridge that we will get to eventually. In some ways, it may also just be the bridge to the future, so... Don't know how paranoid to be about it. The iron comes up from here, comes up from here, comes all the way from up there. Okay. So that probably is one of the ones we want to run out. Whether it will or not, or probably want to cut off so it will start running out. Yeah, the fact that we need a whole belt fewer of iron down here, well, 2 belts of iron down here, because I'm doing direct feed on some of the stuff, anyways means we just need less iron getting shoved into the base because we're shoving it in via foundry in many cases. Yeah, the bus is still working pretty fine. We've fed that one in to keep this bus going. So we didn't necessarily need both of them anymore. That one's empty, but we'll probably remember to replace that one if it becomes a problem. Do I want to go ahead and cut that one off? Maybe later. Honestly, one thing I haven't been accounting for is, well, we're on steel productivity 7, so all the steel mines, or steel foundries need fewer foundries. Because, yeah, that's 60% going to 70% on the foundries. So the foundries are actually running at over 100% productivity right now, specifically when making steel. But yeah, looking at the time, I should go ahead and put a part break in. We're making progress with slowly working the upgrades in for the foundries. The Wall of Fizzle is approaching space worthiness. And the first platform is apparently fully carbonic asteroids at this point, because we've jammed the carbonic ones. Okay. Ah, because when I changed it, we only had... Okay. Okay. Let's see what I screwed up in the change. Ah, I can also see how I can fix this screw up. Anyway, so now the carbonic runs run again, so they'll start injecting other things into the network. And we are... Oh, not quite, because we were having all of them go off the edge, okay. Are seeing more productivity up here. Yeah, so before I get distracted again, we're going to go ahead and put a part break in here. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be, well, probably will be a one up tomorrow. This is where the recording session is ending, but we'll probably get around to recording again in 5 days, which should keep there being one up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I hope you've been enjoying. This is where the stream is going to end. There will be another stream of Factorio in 5 days, or there'll be a stream of other games every night between now and then. So until then, I wish everyone has been enjoying. Wish you all the best of luck and a good time until the next part. And bye for now.